From Wichita Falls to Paris, from Atoka, Oklahoma to the Dallas area, Texoma has a thriving music scene. Revolving around country rock and blues, the singer-songwriters of the Texoma area reach into the outlying geographic enclaves here and there around the country. It's a scene of music that is defined more by geography than it is a sound and encompasses all the facets of the music scene on either side of the border. Denison, Texas is the hub of this music region, and it's music-friendly in so many ways. Long-standing tradition and musical families spanning generations are the hallmark of this area. Denison is also one of the first 20 cities in the state of Texas to be designated a music-friendly city by the state. My name is Ann House, and I'm a singer here in the Texoma area. We're live casting from beautiful downtown Denison at the Podcast on Main studio. This is Open Mic with Ann House. Right. Hello. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Ann House, and this is the Podcast on Main studio, downtown Denison. We're at the corner of Main and Burnett, right across the corner from the Chop House.
Lovely. Beautiful. Lovely evening.
It is a lovely, it's brisk out there. It is chilly, and we drove up Burnett, and I was looking at the park, and I'm going, wow, they got those lights put away really fast. Today is the 2nd of January, 2024.
Can't believe it.
I mean, where did that all of us...
It flew by.
It flew by really because I had a blast last year.
Did you?
I had a lot of fun, so it just doesn't feel like it's already 2024, but...
it doesn't feel like it's 2024 to me
it's
either.
In a good way, though, because I had a lot of fun. So.
Did you? So tonight we have Cory Burchett. Pronounce your last name.
Cory Burchett.
Burchett.
Yeah.
Alex Massie.
Or Alexander Massie.
Burchett. Alex Massie, my lovely husband, Christopher House.
Christopher Lee House.
Christopher Lee House.
We have the same middle name. I remember that.
Ah, okay, cool.
Cory Lee.
Was you named after your grandmother, too?
No.
No.
But I did like my grandmother. I didn't know her well because I was too young to, but I do remember she used to give me a Reese's cup.
Ooh.
So,
peanut butter cups.
If nothing else.
You got peanut butter cups out of it, right?
Yeah.
Mine used to bop me on the head.
Mine still does that. She's still kicking. You can't stop her. You can't stop her from working. She's like 79. Yeah, she's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cannot stop that woman.
It's amazing.
But yeah.
I'm so much older than y'all. My mother is 89 years old, and she just got home from the hospital. So my sister is just like going, yay, mom's home, finally.
Yeah.
But
so like we said before, this area has so many musicians in it on both sides of the border. You were raised in Texas, born in
Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Shawnee, Oklahoma. Yeah. And you live right now in
Durant, yeah. And I had grew up in Sulphur, Oklahoma, and then moved to Sherman in 2008, and I had lived there up until a couple of years ago. And now I'm back in Oklahoma. Somehow, I don't know how that happened.
Keeps pulling you back in, man.
I don't know how that happened.
The vortex.
I have grandparents that used to live in Oklahoma, both. And so, you go there to visit. And we've lived in Oklahoma a couple times.
I've
We've
lived in
lived
Durant.
in Durant.
I lived in Durant a few times.
Cartwright. So, all the little border towns.
Yeah.
At one point, it was just, we lived in a house once that was costing us $104 a month.
Wow, those days are long gone.
Yeah, that'll
ever.
never happen again.
Never happen again.
Well, yeah, if you
Barely
just
buy a
dig
tent
hole
for that much.
You could, yeah.
You
I'm
can't.
gonna rip this hole for $104.
I'm telling you that it's hard. It really is. These days, it's really hard to find a place. You cannot find a place in this area for less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Right? My mortgage is less than $1,000 a month, but I bought my house 7 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Between the graveyard and the gay bar.
Oh, that's an interesting story.
That is an interesting phrase. So tell me about your music, Alex.
Well, I'll tell you about that phrase first and foremost because I grew up in Denison off of 91. going out towards the new high school, and there used to be a gay bar called Good Time Lounge.
Yes.
And my parents' house was right in between that. And they lived there since 1990. So I literally grew up between the gay bar and that graveyard in the corner.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. I know what you're talking about now. That's actually pretty interesting, right? I love that. For the longest time, I was, they have taken the fences down around the graveyards. Right?
Yeah.
And
for the most part, yeah.
For the most part. Well,
growing up,
growing up,
I always had fences around the graveyard, but it wasn't to keep people out.
It was people was in there
Keep the zombies in. So
tell me about your
zombies.
music. Yeah, no zombies. We got zombie culture now, right?
Oh yeah, it's very prevalent. Well, my music, I try to stay away from being super derivative, but you know that is kind of really hard to do as any musician because you tend to you have your idols, but I gravitate towards a lot of psychedelic. Like we were talking about post-punk earlier, a lot of my music has been going a lot more post-punk, 90s industrial, 80s industrial, like acid house stuff. But I still play acoustic guitar. I've got a lot of I've got like 50 acoustic songs that I've been playing since I was about 19 now. It's like those songs that will never leave me. But the older I've become, the more and more I've just tried to further myself away from what I hear, or at least around the areas I've been living in. Because I mean, even down in Dallas, like there are bands that are doing some of the things that I'm into, but they're not as prevalent. So I just try to stay away from. I see a path, and I see what's being done as popular, and I'm like, well, that's fucking. I said it's popular, and I support it, but I'm like, what can I do that someone around here is not doing? And that's really what It's something I can't even help. It's like inherent in me. I've always been like that person, and even in my family sometimes. So. Right.
So what brought you to that kind of music? I mean, is it?
Oh God, that's a long story. Oh, is that From the Grave? That is From the Grave. I was actually in that band for a little bit. I played the bass with Heath in Bodie. Yeah. They played a lot of like doom stoner kind of this really good like southern rock and roll too. That's a fun band to play with.
Right.
Yeah. I did that bass gig for about a year, and then I was like, I just need to get back to my own music because it was eating up a lot of my own time. But I love those boys. I support them through and through. Check out their music if you haven't. From the Grave. From the Grave.
All right. Cool. Yes. Certainly. Yeah. But what brought you to that kind of music? I mean, what is it?
Some of my influences, like I'm a really big advocate for the Brian Jones Sound Massacres. That's where I get a lot of the psychedelic and lo-fi aspects of my music. Anton Newcomb, he is one of my all-time favorite musicians, mainly just because of how prolific he's been. He put out 6 albums in a year and a half. And,
oh my God!
And he's been writing music as the Brian Jones Sound. A year and a half.
That's a lot of work,
dude.
That is an amazing amount of work.
I think that he's actually got now over 20 albums under his belt, and he's been doing it.
Self-producing?
He is actually. He's got his own record label out in. He's in Iceland right now. It's called the Committee to Keep Music Evil, and it's cool. It's real. He does his own stuff, and he's right now he's putting out a record every year. And there for a while he was putting out a record every half year, but he tours now so much it's kind of hard for him to sit down and do it. But no, he's hard. Yeah, that ideology, like that, the way he goes about it has just branched off into me staying with certain genres of music, because even he will go into a little bit of the industrial stuff, and I'm like, well, let's dabble in this a little bit, let's dabble in that, and that because he even has stuff that even sounds like Bob Dylan, and which is amazing to me because he's it's that broad of a spectrum, and I think it's important as a musician to not pigeonhole yourself and actually branch out and see what all you're capable of doing. So.
Oh, turn it down. Hey, Brandon Casanova said,
"Oh
hey,
yeah,
Cory.
Hey, what's up,
Cory.
Man?
So
glad you made it."
So, what brought you to this? I mean, because both of y'all, as a matter of fact, play in the same band, as I understand it, right? Not anymore.
We had never been in a band together. We just have known each other a while through mutual.
We've jammed a few times.
Yeah, we've definitely jammed a lot,
right,
through the years, but
it's fairly Is it fairly similar music? Styles, genres?
I don't know if it's the same genre, but
Okay, so how do you describe yours? Industrial. Psychedelic.
Actually, I what I call is industrial doom folk is what
Doom folk.
is what I consider my stuff.
I take to his style of music. Even at a young age, I was listening to like Captain Beefheart. I don't know if y'all have heard of him.
Oh yes.
I got really into him. I had a friend. His name was Ron, and he showed me that guy, and I was just hooked on just how weird it was. But it was like I don't know why. I related to that sound a lot.
Yeah, y'all guys ever?
Frank Zappa, yeah.
But see, lyrically, Nick Cave and Tom Waits.
Nick Cave is another one. I love The Birthday Party.
Birthday Party.
Talk about early punk rock.
Yeah, exactly.
The Birthday Party they were awesome.
They were called the most violent band in the world at one time.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
You're going to have to explain that one.
The most violent band in the world, just because of how chaotic their shows were. People were getting hurt. The band was getting hurt. The people would just go nuts.
Leaping up on stage.
Yeah, that was when Nick Cave was a little baby.
Oh yeah, and the Rowan S. Howard was like he was a twig. He was a little baby too.
Yeah.
This strays a little bit because it kind of goes into the more metal. But y'all guys ever hear like King Diamond?
Oh, I love King Diamond.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I don't think I've heard that.
Oh, he would go from bass to screaming high soprano, like in just one lyric. It's like, and you're just like, is that man's real voice? That's cool.
There's some stuff.
He did. The last album I got to hear of his was Incest in the Family.
Oh yeah.
What's the name?
Sounds like a great album.
That's a great album title.
I'm going to listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm hooked.
Now you're hooked, right?
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it.
So what do you describe your music as? I mean, how do you...
You mean the stuff, just my own personal songs that I write? Or
Yeah.
the music in my band?
Let's go with there.
Okay. With my personal stuff that I just write at home, and I don't even know what it's called, but I've had friends say that it does sound really 90s-esque, and I like that, because I didn't mean to do that, but it just
did.
Part of the
Stuart
generation, man.
Foster.
Yeah, it's just I grew up listening to all the
know who Stuart
90s
Foster
music, so it's like, I got into songwriting just because I was bored and I needed another.
Because you were bored?
Because I'm a drummer, so when you're a
Right.
drummer, you don't get to you can express yourself, but you can't it's nice to be able to do it. Wow, I did not know that video was going to. Yeah, I was jamming.
Look at him
Look
go.
at the foot going, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's getting down.
Yeah, but and it's like being able to sing. I've always wanted to do that, and because
Phil Collins.
you can kind of tell a story,
Love Phil Collins.
and
You can.
you could do that with any instrument, like even drums. But I just needed to. I wanted to see if I could I want to sing. I want to.
Right.
I want to write a song. So.
So what did you decide? Did you decide you could sing? I think you can.
Oh yes, absolutely. I agree with you.
Even to this day, I don't consider myself a singer.
As much as a...
I have I don't know. I've talked about that before, about what you do being an identity or something, and I have a problem with not really thinking that. I don't look at myself as a singer. I just sing sometimes, I guess because it's.
I can see that.
I don't know.
Some people are very much like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I look at myself as a singer because that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
I don't play guitar. I don't play drums or anything like that.
I think it is probably because I'm not fully embodied into it. I know I'm a drummer because I'm absolutely infatuated with playing the drum. I love it. And I always have since I was 11. But I just don't get that feeling with singing because
The same kind of
It doesn't.
I guess
it doesn't
for
do the
want of a
same
better
thing.
term,
Yeah.
See, I
Same kind of high.
started writing
Yeah.
poems whenever I was in third grade at turning to songs. So I feel like I've always kind of been a singer because, like, even my first band, Flatline Love Affair, back right after high school, like whenever there used to be a venue at this this Baptist church down here, like we bring in like 300 kids, and I was like, we would just be down there. They let me scream my head off at them, and they were having a great time.
Remember, this is a little bit before your time, but what's Ivanhoe now used to be the Star. The Star arcade theater.
The Ivan.
He was telling me that it used to be a theater because you can tell too, because the downward slope of it.
And the Prezzo, I can't say their name, but the people that used to own the studio here, back in the day, they ran that too, and they'd have young bands come in, from high school level to.
Oh yeah, there's me screaming my head off.
Performing. So,
that's fun stuff.
And they weren't that great, but man, it's just the energy, and that's the cool thing. What you don't. You guys say that about youth. What they don't have in skill, they sure produce in energy.
Sometimes that energy is really what you got to have.
Yeah, that's the stuff that translates sometimes.
I think if you can perform well, like people aren't really going to be paying attention to
The wrong note you hit.
Yeah, or like what you're singing about. Like I think if you perform really well, they're just going to be like, "Wow, that was really good." I've seen a lot of bands where I'd never seen them before, never heard of them. And I left like with a great impression. Like I listened to them after, I played shows with bands. There was one in particular we played with recently. I think they're called Luma, and I don't know if they're from. I think they're from Denton or maybe Fort Worth. I'm not sure, but they're really good. Like I usually don't listen to bands that I play with after I play a show with them, but that was one that I.
I go back and check out.
Communicated for you.
Yeah, and I let them know too. I posted on like Instagram story that I'm listening to their EP and stuff. So
Right.
Hey, I'm the one of 7 people who bought your
I'm
album.
a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I like.
Dude, I listen to Local Ski Lodge so much, dude.
Do you really?
Oh my god, dude, y'all's that last stuff y'all put out, Noah and I were jamming that so hard.
Dude, it was fun making it.
Was it?
Yeah, recording
That's all that matters.
Recording's hard, but it's
it is.
so fun. Like it's rewarding when you get a finished product and you get to hear it back. Mm-hmm. I listen to the songs like 1,000 times.
I don't know.
After not now, but like after we got them back, I listened to them quite a bit.
Well, that was
a fun night.
And I don't like listening
we've
to
been
myself.
together for 27 years, and I hear her sing around the house all the time. But one day,
that's cool.
I was coming in the house, and I'm like, and she was in the bathroom, singing, and I was like, "And you got the radio on?" Because I was going to turn the TV on. I was like, "You need to turn that radio down." And that was her. That's when I realized.
Beautiful, actually.
I was like, "Wow, she can really sing."
Yeah, I didn't come to this until late because I made the choice to not put my kids through my perception of it was. Right?
Oh, and it's very common, but I mean, it's not always what happens.
Right.
I think it's more punk rock or more rock and roll to be a good father and be able to balance it.
It could be
nowadays, especially nowadays, because that whole like notion that you have to choose your rock and roll lifestyle over being a good dad, a good father is so outdated.
It is now very much so because it was just something that it was hard for me to think of my kids having to hang out in a bus or playing around on the floor. And one of my kids is on the autism spectrum. He's high functioning, which means he can live a life.
Yeah,
right? But it was still a long, hard slog trying to get a lot of the support services and everything.
And also, to be honest, on this side, it was a confidence issue. She sang in choirs.
Yeah.
She knew she was good in choirs, but she didn't know she was good enough to stand up there by herself. Because I remember 4 years ago when she started this, 5 years ago, she almost turned her back to the audience at times to sing. And I'm like, man, you got to talk.
You pulled a Morrison.
She just get up there and belt out the song and leave.
I had the worst case of stage fright, and have probably for. Well, I'm 55. I've been singing for about 50 years, so probably about 45 years.
So you're saying, like, you were just saying that you had some conflict about, like, trying to take on singing seriously because of, like, your family? Like, you didn't want to burden them with your, like, I guess, hobby?
Well, yeah.
I get that,
Part of it was that, and part of it was... he's right. There were a lot of confidence issues. Obviously, I'm a fluffy girl, and people don't look at fluffy girls the same way. They do now.
Yeah. I don't know. Now, I was gonna say nowadays that's kind of
now, but
you got to be fluffy to make it.
I'm never gonna make it.
You're never gonna make it, dude. You're out of there. It's over for you.
Yeah, but not. See, that was done over at Ash and Barrel.
That's a nice looking place.
Yeah.
It is a nice looking place, isn't it?
All heard good things.
And I'm thrilled to be able to do things like that now. To me, it's really great. But like I was saying earlier, my youngest child is 29. Right? She still lives in a home, but she's 29 years old. She can handle all this on her own.
Your kids aren't. They don't play music or sing or.
Neither one of them. And it wasn't for lack of trying. Yeah. I promise.
I mean, if they're not into it, they're not into it.
They're not. Well, I don't know that it's that she's not into it. She doesn't like being on stage.
Yeah.
Right? She sings well, my daughter. My son, not so much. But
he inherited my bucket.
That's the funny thing about like not liking to be on stage. I to this day I still get nervous. Before we
I get
play
anxious.
A show.
I'm like, I don't know.
It's
I really don't even care what people think, though. That's the thing. That left me alone.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I like being in that uncomfortable position. I like the way it makes me feel. Yeah. The nervousness. I don't know. I get high off of it.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I love it.
It's an endorphin rush.
I like being made to feel small in that sense. I guess like the nervousness of before you're about to perform. Like. I love that feeling, dude.
You know what? I work with a really great guy. He does most of the stage setup because that's the way he wants it. Yeah. Right. So I let him do that. He does that. Yeah. But there's still part of it that I have to do because I got to set up my own space. So I try to deal with the nerves that way by doing something, but the nerves are still there. I managed to keep it to a minimum.
Hey guys, I want to do a call out to you. She said Christine Stephenson Sanders said, "Hey,
hello, how are you doing, Christine? Love you."
And Jeremy Pfeiffer just jumped on.
Does anybody love me?
I love you, Cory.
Of course we do. Of course we do. No, seriously.
Well, I think Brandon's got something going on for you.
Yeah, he's a little crazy. He probably. I just don't tell him what he's saying.
Oh man,
take it easy, Brandon.
All right, so I love to hear you guys play music. So you want to do rock paper scissors? See who gets to go first.
You just go. Okay. We don't need to. We don't need to Rochambeau. This guy. See, I didn't even actually want to play, but he really wants to play. So
well, of course he does.
I might play one.
I want to hear both of you.
Okay.
Right?
Let me get all my.
I'll do one.
Okay.
Oh, now I gotta find that.
I think Chris was saying
use
both of the mics. One for the guitar.
Of course, I have screws.
The Get Fiddle.
Get Fiddle.
Oh, Christopher Cochran? How do you say that? Cochran.
That's Cochran. That's drummer. The other drummer.
Oh yeah. New to the music scene, excited to be part. Alex is simply amazing, gifted artist, says Sanders.
Thank you.
Ooh, I love the guitar tattoo, I guess.
The guitar tattoo.
I mean, what do you call it? It's probably not a sticker.
Stencil?
Hello.
Stencil.
Hello.
Hello?
Is this the Ann House show?
This is the Ann House.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, I finally got through. It was hard to get the number through.
I'm so sorry that you had that experience. What's your name,
Well,
caller?
I called 3 times.
Uh-oh.
My name's Roscoe.
Hi, Roscoe. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I found you guys on YouTube. I
Yay.
live over here. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina, and I actually found you on Facebook today.
Wow. That's pretty great. You
But I
like...
wanted to ask.
Okay.
I don't play music at all. I'm a huge advocate. I always had a nice stereo and listen to some stuff.
Okay.
But how do you guys get over the stage fright? We were talking about it just now. I'm just wondering, I see so many musicians, and it seems like they turn to alcohol, maybe some drugs.
These drugs is the
Could
better
be.
form
Could
way.
be. It wasn't an option for me just because of some of the medication I take. So it was kind of aversion therapy. The more you do it, the less the stage fright occurs.
I won't lie. When I'm in my younger days, alcohol really did help. But the older I became, the more solidified my songs became, the less I needed the substances. I just knew that the songs were there.
What are we talking, like a Schlitz here? Or we tying one up?
Oh no.
Schlitz.
Hey, I like Schlitz.
No, I'm more of a vodka, Red Bull, or whiskey, something like that.
Oh, you guys, you're a lot younger than me.
Oh, gotcha.
Although for Ann, she had me to push her.
There were some hot toddies once in a while, and the occasional rum and coke that had a pretty heavy hand.
Oh, goodness. Rum and Coke comes out, I turn some Aerosmith on, my wife goes to town.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off. Yes.
More like Sailor Jerry's makes your clothes fall off.
That it does.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I always wanted to play. I was always too scared, and I don't drink or anything. And I wondered how you got over it finally. So I guess maybe the drinking is the way. There's no other way for people that don't drink?
I
Just do it.
not an advocate for that being the thing. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, first
Believe in yourself and to have fun with it.
Yeah, start at kindergarten.
I'm 68 years old now. I can't go up there now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm 55.
You absolutely can. You can
Believe
do
in
it.
yourself.
Fine.
I'm 55. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I promise you.
This way a little bit.
As a matter of fact, I have a friend. Her name is Deanie. She's, I guess, about 10 years older than I am, and she still actively
Oh yeah, and then there's
sings.
what's
Dee Dee looking for a boyfriend, or what's the situation there?
No, Deanie's not looking for a boyfriend. She's got a husband, but
and then there's
All right.
Presley. She's
Kathleen Presley.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep tuning in. I don't really have any friends or anything, so this is I kind of stumble across these things.
Well, you do now.
Yep, got 4.
Well, I appreciate you folks. I'm gonna find you on Facebook.
Okay, do. Find me on Facebook, Ann House Music.
All right. I'm Roscoe Paul. I'll find you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir, and thank you for calling.
Bye.
Well, that was sweet.
All right, so Alex, tell us what you're going to play.
Well, this song is called Spiritual Fit. It's the first song I ever wrote, really trying to take a crack at being a guitar player, because I actually grew up being kind of a screamer in hardcore bands, not really playing the guitar that much. And then one day I realized, dang it, I got to do something else. I got to progress in some way, some sort of way of fashion. So I sat down in my bathtub in the dark, and just sat down writing, and this is pretty much what it came out to be. I've been playing this song since I was 19.
In your bathtub in the dark.
Yeah.
Did
real
that help?
quick,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It helps
Cory?
me. It doesn't help everyone. Not everyone.
Kelly
Oh, Kelly?
said wants you to know she didn't want you to feel left out. So
Oh, I appreciate it.
there you go. Let's hear some from Alex now.
nice.
Awesome, man.
Thank you. Would have been a good time to cut my fingernails, but it's all right.
So tell us a little bit about that song. I mean, what you
Oh, man.
in the bathtub in the dark.
I do that. I still do that. It's helps my sensory deprivation because I've got really bad HD. So like, it'll make it to where I can focus on one faction of the song at a time, and I'll do that even after work. Just go in the bathroom, turn the lights off, laying there, and like it has helped my ADHD mind like calm down a little bit. So it like I learned from a very, very long time ago that helped me out. So
Cool.
yeah.
So the song. What was the?
Oh man, there were bits and pieces of lyrics and poems that because I will write, and I've got like journals, and sometimes like I'll write like a full song in one go, and sometimes I'll just have little tidbits of songs, and I'll go back through my journals and thumb through them and find particular songs and thought processes that will fit together to make. Sometimes I'll write the guitar part before I even write the lyric part, and I can go back and I'll see, this lyrical pattern actually feels right here, and then sometimes I'll know right off the bat what lyrics go with the song. So it's never one way or the other, and sometimes these songs just like drop out of thin air, and they've just always been there.
So a question,
He writes like crazy too.
do you ever fill a journal up, or do you just get quarter way up, then go to a new one?
I have numerous ones that I've done both in, but I have got some that I've just like,
never filled a
halfway
journal.
through, and then some that are completely full. So
I never fill them. It's like bad luck.
It must be because he never does.
I got them all, tons of them, but
There's that ADHD component there too, because I have so many poems. We've been married for 25 years, and I have probably got 3 or 4 poems for every year of our marriage, and those are just the ones that he handed to me.
thank you.
so
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you.
yeah, as far as writing, they say, write your stuff down. But what drives me crazy is when you're in the car and you get this great idea and you kind of sing it out,
And you're driving.
or talk it out.
I had to do that before on my way home from work. I wrote the last little part of the song that I could repeat several times, and it was the perfect thing. And so I wouldn't forget it. I just kept singing it on the way home. I was like, that's perfect. And I literally wrote it as I was like, I clocked out, I left work, and just came up with it in my head, and then just kept singing it. And then to this day, I'm still stoked. I'm like, yeah.
How many great songs were written on the drive home?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish that I was more of a songwriter. I'm working at being one, but
she's got great lyrics, and she's just it's a confidence thing. Give her a couple more years and she'll be turning out songs like there's no tomorrow. I found out with Ann. You see, this is what's bad about having your husband on the show.
yeah,
It's my daughter.
I know that.
Anyway, I found out years and years. Just give her time; she'll find her place. Yeah, she's because I'm always in a hurry. I'm the one that's like,
God, is he in a hurry?
I'm like, bam, we got to be there like yesterday, and she's like, oh, we'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes the slower thing to get you where you need to go, because it gives you time to get your brain in the right place.
Of course, yeah.
I like to take it easy, but I never do.
Yeah.
Just try to be chill, but if I'm like doing something, like getting ready to go play, I'm like just frantic. Like, do I have everything? Yeah. Just moving so quickly. Like, it's like, why am I in a hurry? I got 2 hours. Yeah. There's no reason to run around like that.
No, I totally understand that feeling. I do something similar because I'm running around. Now, admittedly, it's all, do I have the right earrings? Do I have, am I wearing enough makeup that everybody can see who the heck I am? Aww.
She's so cute.
Look at my baby.
So cute.
She's famous. Yeah, that was at Calera days.
Oh, okay.
They were having I think Casey Daniels' band played that day. It was pretty cool.
I just heard his new song this morning. It was pretty awesome.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
I'll have to go listen to it also.
That was fun.
I don't get a chance to listen to that very much. I do tech support for a living, and so things behind me, my head playing, don't always work out well when you're on the phone. So now it's your turn.
Let's play a song, huh?
Let's play a song.
All right, let me bring the beat. I guess.
But you know, you were talking about being frantic. I do stand up. My biggest problem getting up there is to calm down and tell the story. I get so fast.
It gets rushed.
Yeah, I'll get to talking so fast that I'm like, my act should take 15 minutes, but I just talked it through in 3 minutes.
Yes. This video is awesome. Casey Daniels band.
I woke up 3:15, police shining a light on me. I don't drink and I don't smoke.
Okay. Have to check that out. What?
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. We got a emergency.
Do I still continue?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Please do.
Let me put these headphones back on.
Oh, yes.
You have blue tape on your guitar.
Oh, yeah. It's so the binding was coming up.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
I never got it fixed, and I didn't want it to move anymore. Mm-hmm. So I just put some blue masking tape on there.
Nice.
Painter's tape, yep.
This guitar, I've had it a long time.
Have you? How long have you been playing?
I got an acoustic guitar from a pawn shop for my 21st birthday. Mm-hmm. It was a piece of crap. But,
Okay.
But
Sometimes to show you how to play it.
that's when I really started trying to play and learn like the basic chords and stuff. And I still only know basic chords.
You're doing better than I am.
I guess I'll start.
Yeah. I want to hear it.
Straight ahead, I'm the one who's broken red. I can't wake up. I'm coma addicted and grudge holding infidel, feeling all shook up with past made of steel and sweat. Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out? Doesn't make it easier. You're taking the long way back, counting your steps instead. No more lasso holding you. Could I bear to speak of it? Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out? Honestly, I'm malevolent, heart of gold and beat to dust. Fake a smile and talk too much. I am all the days you miss. Could I bear to speak of it? Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out? Tell me if I'm all up to speed. I wanna
Nice.
Really awesome, dude.
That was pretty great.
Pretty darn good, boy.
Thank you.
So just so you know, you can sing
Thank you.
and you do it well.
I'm trying to like.
Can you hear me? Oh, it's already stuck with me.
Yeah, it's a catchy.
It really is very. So where did that come from? I mean, what was the? Was it just? I mean, like Alex says that he pulls a lot of his parts from everywhere.
Yeah. When I sit down to write that song, it was about something, but I can't recall it today because I'm not in that state of mind anymore.
Oh, okay.
But when I hear it and I try to remember what it was about, I think it's like talking about like somebody that like you care really deeply about, but you can't connect with them at all. Like, and it's just like, it's like not.
Can you hear me out?
Yeah, it's like you're not able to be around them, but you love them a lot, but you're not able to be around them. And it's like a constant battle, like with wanting them in your life, but not at all.
Not being
at
able
the same
to.
time or something. I don't know.
So relatable.
And also it being my fault.
Yeah, it is.
Like I think.
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah, it's not all your fault.
What is it that Jonathan always says? Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a great song too. But no, I like that. I love the.
Very indie to me. I don't get 90s.
Yeah.
I don't get 90s.
You don't get 90s at all? Good.
I don't either.
I mean, I don't mind getting that.
I get like I don't know. You're probably gonna hate this, but it definitely sounds like a Beatles song, kind of.
That's cool.
So
I don't know that I would hate that.
maybe not a Beatles progression, but definitely like just the tonal, the melody and like the vocal tonality.
Yeah.
Also, it's great to hear good indie music. You know, it's not just
Appreciate it, man.
You know, we get the same vein of a lot of things around here, so it's nice to see people trying things, even though it's not conventional.
Oh, I'm definitely still trying because I don't even know what key I'm supposed to sing in. I'm still.
You sing in whatever key
even
is
after
comfortable.
even after a few years, I've played that song with the capo on 3. I've moved it on 2.
What are we feeling today?
I don't know. The key that you were in seemed like it was.
It seemed like it was easy.
You were able to
do just then, but
the bridge sounded nice.
To support the sounds that you were trying to make, right?
Yeah.
That's the hard part when it's in a different key.
Yeah.
Does it? And this is something that happens to me. If depending on the song, sometimes I get it where I started a little too high, and then when it goes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, because for me, the switch from here to here is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it gets, if I start it right here and it goes this down too far for me, I can't support those.
It's finding that Mariah Carey key, because, like, you know, she starts, like, so low. And she's, like, hitting these runs later. You realize, like, she's a great singer at the time.
With the
but
notes.
the key, you know, we did start very low. And so I think it's awesome to think of a song like a plane ride.
Yeah.
You know, like, hopefully, I guess it could be more climatic.
You got the takeoff, and then you've got.
And sometimes they land. Sometimes you let people down. Sometimes it's a crash.
I don't know that I'm going to play
Sometimes it's a
another
crash.
one. So.
Sure, you should. Your guitar's out. You might as well.
Should I?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I got one right here.
I got a ditty for you.
Okay.
All right, we'll try it.
And what is this hydro cup?
We'll try it, and if I mess up, then
this is Chris's sippy cup.
that's just what that's what y'all get.
I want a big kid sippy cup. Let's
I
go.
know. Put whatever you want to in it.
Yeah, I can't play it.
Very Beatles, though.
I'm like,
It sounded.
I think the nervousness. I'm forgetting the lyrics. I'm nervous, and I got mics in my face, and I got
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't you. It's just I'm
mean, it definitely
nervous.
was me.
I'm definitely nervous. So
But you do so well.
yeah, we're gonna next time. I will play. I'll have it all worked out.
Full power set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
At least you got one out of me though.
Well, and it was a good one. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
It was fun.
It is.
I'm never on this side.
You're never on the. He's never. Chris decided to join us because the other Chris had to leave, but he's never on this side of the podcast. He's always on the other side of the podcast.
I'm just glad there was another
to be on the other side. Feel good?
Feels good on the other side.
Yeah.
Feels like freedom over there.
Yeah.
I know, right? The freedom that you don't have on this side of the podcast.
You can see. You have a.
I feel like your shit's so free out here.
I don't know. We're in a giant fishbowl.
Yeah. A tune with a view.
Got to shake off the nervous jitters.
They shut the Christmas lights off, and it's a little dark over there.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's what it is.
And I'll tell you this: the Chop House is just staring at me.
Oh.
It's a restaurant. It does that.
I've never been there yet.
Is it good?
I've been in
Never
there.
been.
I've
Never been there. Is it good?
I haven't eaten there. I just went in to listen to somebody play one night, and
Jam.
it was Jeremy.
Nice.
And we went back into the bar, and it's nice in there.
And do you drink alcohol?
Yeah, sometimes.
I
don't very often.
Do you ever get out there, or is it just pretty like? You seem
No.
like a very straight with the.
Yeah, it's.
You never have like a night, even if you're not driving or anything.
Sometimes. I mean, every once in a while,
Tie one
but
up?
it's not something I do very often.
She gets wild as hell.
Yeah, right.
Do you ever like write or perform, even if you're in the comfort of home? I mean, do you ever? Does that? I was listening to Roscoe earlier. What was his name?
Roscoe?
Was that his name?
Who?
The caller?
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, and he's just talking about alcohol. And maybe I was like thinking about. I don't really perform anymore, but even like. What do I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank in a very long time at this point. So it's interesting. What do people do? Because I used to just drink and other stuff probably, but I don't do any of that now.
So is the question...
I want to know the real
how do you-
House. You're so nice like Mother Goose over here. I want to know if
Tell us a story. Damn it.
So my dad raised me for the most part, and in Texas, as long as you're with a parent, drinking is not an issue.
Yeah.
Okay? And I was raised in Texas. So it just turned out that my dad believed that as long as you're monitored when you're young, and that you're not going to abuse alcohol as an adult. And turns out he's right. Right? And we did that with our kids too.
It's like being exposed to something.
Yeah.
As a
Getting
kid,
over it.
it's not a big deal at that point. So.
Right. It really isn't. When you don't look at it as, oh my gosh, I turned 21, I can do this now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I was drinking it at such a young age. I don't think I ever had like the 20. I'm 21 now. Like
I didn't get to
Right,
have
it's
that
the
feeling either
legal
because I
thing.
was already drank.
Yeah, it's
Like
the
18,
legal
I
thing.
really-
I know. It's the legal thing, though, because everybody... what were we talking about before the show started? We were talking about marijuana and how some
Mary
people...
Jane.
Mary Jane, yeah. How some people...
Never let me down.
even in states where it's legal, still buy from their dealer down the street instead of going to a head shop. Because that's
Come from a
comfortable.
lady with the hydro cup.
Yeah. Hydro. What's really in that cup?
You never know with Chris.
A little
really
tea,
don't.
little herbal tea.
It could be tea. It could be
Little
Sprite.
ayahuasca.
There could be some booze in there. You just never.
I like green tea.
I've just been having this
every
weird.
day.
Nope, no booze
I
this
feel like
time.
I haven't been creative in a really long time. I feel like I'm going through the motions, and I'm almost like I use other people's creativeness. Like when they come up here, we make songs or we make your podcast, and
Right.
I'm kind of taking y'all's vision. So I noticed like I get very rare time where it's like I want to make music. My daughter just got here, and maybe I want to have a night. I have all this nice stuff, like, and I come in here and it's just like crash and burn. Can't get anything
Congrats
done. Move on.
on the daughter.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. very much
Girl
so.
dads.
So I found myself wanting to experiment again, like a 18-year-old again. It's like maybe I want to do some mushrooms or something, like to open my mind or go through.
Man, I've never done that.
haven't done it in 18
all
years.
my friends tell me that if I do nothing else,
It's
for the
so
rest of my life-
mainstream now. Like it's almost like I
Yeah.
feel like it's forced upon me. It's like
Well,
oh, people are
it has so many.
microdosing
It has
this.
so many health benefits to it too, like mental, like actual, like
This
psychological benefits to it. If you're depressed, I mean, it helps with.
If you do the microdose, right?
Yeah, microdosing, and then like PTSD. It helps with that.
You never know if it's like a
I have so many
conspiracy.
friends who self-medicate with cannabis because they have social anxiety, they have PTSD, they have, any of those things. And I really wish it worked for me Because if that was the case, then I could actually sleep at night.
Yeah.
Or I might not get so much of a jitter on stage that.
And I'll get the zoomies.
Or
be
you
in bed
get
trying to
really
sleep.
paranoid.
Yeah,
There's-
see,
it's a
it's a
yeah, double-edged sword, yeah.
But it just comes down to state of mind. Also, like
setting.
The amount of times that you use something. The
Yeah.
first time you do anything, it's scary. It's unknown. You get familiar with it. You seem like it's in control.
Yeah, that's what
sounds horrible.
That's
right?
what I was
It's out of
saying earlier.
control.
I'll
Well, that's
never
true.
eat an edible again for the rest of my life.
I'm not. No.
What was that situation?
Well, it was. I didn't know the milligram
Yeah.
amount, and it was apparently it was super strong. It was like 150 or something, and we halved it, and then we halved the half, and then my girlfriend and I we ate that little piece.
35 milligrams.
What we thought was a little piece.
37.5 milligrams.
Dude, panic attack, freaking. I was like,
Was it indica, sativa? Was it hybrid?
I don't even know,
Yeah,
dude.
see,
It was
yeah.
just
He didn't
so-
know.
See, and
He
that's
didn't
part
know-
of the problem.
And see,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die.
at some point, like
It's bad.
you gotta to be the dad here. You gotta be responsible.
Yeah.
Taking unmarked things,
Yeah.
could have fentanyl
Well-
in it.
Oh yeah.
It-
Well, it wasn't unmarked. It was from.
He said we
Yeah.
knew that it was.
It was
150
from a
milligrams.
dispensary. I didn't just find it on the street.
I wish you did.
No, the one time I did something like that, and mind you, I've done edibles
did this.
before.
Fentanyl will kill you.
Yeah, it will.
Hardcore style.
It was
Red River
gummies,
style.
gummies that worked, right? But I just turned into this great big giggly thing when I did that, and somebody brought some gummies back from Colorado, and
That
I'm
primo.
like,
Some of that.
maybe
Colorado.
and I tried it, and it was fine, except that I got the munchies, and I couldn't stop giggling, which is
Nothing wrong with
really.
either one.
Sounds like a really good
Yeah,
time
no,
at this
exactly.
point.
It wasn't because I was running a game at the time.
Oh.
And when you're the game master, you
And
really
you-
can't turn into
You
this great
can't
pile of
turn
giggling
that
thing.
stuff off
Yeah.
either,
Yeah, you
dude.
can't
It
turn it
just
off. So-
you get higher and it just keeps climbing, and then the worry starts to set in. Like, man,
I've been laughing. How long have I been laughing?
time. Does it do that for y'all too? Like time, literally, like it seems like it rewinds,
No, it's faster for me.
and it seems you feel
12
like,
hours seems like.
I literally
no
felt
time.
like
it's insane.
we stood in the kitchen for like 12 hours. Like, and then like I would hear Kat say something in my head, and then I would hear her actually say it a second after. And I was just like,
I think you did get something else, my friend.
that's what I was worried about, dude.
You're
and
walking
you're
on
hyping
sunshine,
yourself
brother.
up. You're like,
Yeah, and I got kind of scared. I was like, Kat, are you okay?
we had the grand opening of the
I
studio
was like, I'm not okay.
many years ago, and somebody dropped a little party favor by, and I don't. It's a studio. We keep a safe environment here, and we don't. I've got to be professional. But
Yeah.
I was in severe pain at one point, and it was a gummy. It was like this gummy, and other family members have done it. So I just felt like I'm going to do this, right?
Give it a shot.
And like
see
you,
what
it's just
happens.
in somebody that I didn't question it. It was in the shape of a palm tree.
Yeah, mine was like a leaf. It looked like a leaf.
Dude,
Ice
did
cream
it look like a
cone. Mine looked
marijuana
like an
leaf?
ice cream
Yeah.
cone.
Almost.
I don't think it was a marijuana.
It was like a
leaf.
palm tree top.
No, mine was just like a regular.
I was like the top of a palm tree. And let me tell you this: I just did the whole thing. I'm a thick guy, got a slow metabolism. It hit me very hard. And then I call a friend, and he's like, "Man, like you did it all at once." He's like, "You're supposed to take the." I like how nobody.
Oh,
He's like, "I told
There's
you." to
no
be
instruction
careful.
manual for
Yeah.
this gummies.
Yeah,
Nobody
be careful
told me
with
that.
this. I thought it was like a.
I'm not the bad guy.
You know. So I take the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's a 250 milligram thing.
Oh my god.
God.
But I didn't.
I'd be
you know,
hospitalized.
It essentially just made me really dry-eyed, cotton-mouthed, and
Yeah.
sleepy.
How'd you sleep?
So
Did you sleep
cotton
well?
Yeah, slept amazing. Woke up, felt a little groggy.
Oh yeah.
A little grog, and then I was just like, I'm probably
Dude.
never going to do that again.
No, I'll never do it again. I'm done.
I will.
No.
So it's all right.
I'll never do that.
The one that I got was it was shaped like an ice
And
cream
like it was
cone.
1,000 milligrams.
I honestly don't remember, but I was as sick as I thought I was going to throw up. Several times, and the room kept doing that, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you had something else too.
This
Yeah.
is not, this is
You
not
had
good.
that and had that tarantula tummy going on.
This is not good. We're not going to do this.
That's definitely ayahuasca.
No,
That's what I was
seriously.
saying. I'm telling you.
I wonder sometimes how much the drug and alcohol culture mixes with the music culture. And
How much?
yeah, because to me,
It's been publicized since the
the dawn of time.
50s.
But you, okay, so
Elvis and his lewds.
Yeah.
but you got to remember that those are things that are going to get publicized.
LSD,
later.
India, the
Why
Beatles.
can't people just like do their thing and just be sober?
Because
I know,
people
right?
make it a point to make it other people's. It affects other people's life.
So is it that the people who make music
You said that like almost like a matter of fact, like
is it that
Because
the
I
people
just went
who
through it.
make music have some sort of insecurity or something that necessitates a
Very prejudiced.
probably.
No, I think creative people in general probably it comes with an insecurity as artists. I think for me, I always wanted to be liked. I wanted to just have a good time, and I didn't want any kind of confrontation. Pretty unrealistic approach to life, So
Moderately.
I just wanted
enough.
everybody to have a good time. So I just was known for it. I would just buy a heavy amount of drinks, a lot of shots for everybody, good old time,
Making
just
everybody happy.
drink in excess, But and then magic would always happen in the studio after hours. In that point.
Yeah.
So it's like, was it
I can
was it
imagine
just
that.
because the point of the chapter I was in life and with all these people at the end of the night and we're making good stuff, or
So
is
is
it
that-
because I was
is it-
inebriated?
So is that saying
Both.
that since I
it's
chose
just
this
both.
chapter of my life where I can't really drink a whole lot, that the creativity isn't there?
Oh, no,
That's
absolutely
the whole
not.
thing I was saying about
You do
taking
whatever
the
you want,
mushroom or something.
anytime.
I'm having the
You have
same.
to learn different things to help you be creative. Like with my writing, like I'll write short stories. I don't just write poems. I'll write like little stories, and like I'll learn different writing techniques. I'll study literature and like figure out learn new words. There's all kinds of ways of getting out of just like drug and alcohol. You can find other means of doing that. It's just you got to figure out what
yeah,
those means are.
Roscoe. It's all you don't have to. I felt bad earlier because he was like, "Oh, so you're saying I do gotta drink?" I'm like, "No, you don't have to drink, dude. You just."
You mean I don't tell you gotta drink?
He's like, "Well, I'm 68. I don't."
I sound like I'm on old timer radio.
Hey, I mean,
I don't know.
But for real though, no, you don't have to. You don't have to.
You don't
Get
have to
plastered.
Drink. You don't have to do drugs.
Nope.
You just have
Go
to be
skateboard.
creative.
That's what I'm doing.
No, that's pretty. That's a really great way to do it.
Yeah, it's a healthy way to.
Somebody talked about doing herbal
Moderately.
tea the other day. They're
Kinda.
like, "Hey, I don't want to do whatever," but they would do.
I hit
like
the
an
ground
herbal
a lot,
tea, and
but-
it would-
Oliver does too, and he
Dude.
breaks things. So
I think whatever stimulates your psyche, like
Yeah.
it could be exercising,
That's,
skateboarding.
dude, skateboarding definitely.
Glass blowing. That's one of the things I do. Glass blowing
Really?
is something that actually has helped
That's
me.
cool.
Like just write in general and like come up with new like beats in my head like that I'm writing. So yeah, no, anything that's that's actually going to be your muse, like outside of these substances. I mean, I know we're talking about it, but coffee. I mean, that's still technically
Coffee
a drug,
is
but I mean,
yeah.
It sure is good.
it sure is good. Do you need it?
It could be food
No.
too for some people. Like essentially like a good meal, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
glass of wine can be pretty
Yeah.
stimulating without drinking in excess.
absolutely.
Sex.
Yes. See, now
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Right.
That definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what that
'Cause
is. I've never heard of that, dude. Is that a new drug?
If you guys
That's
are gonna-
something you got going?
If you guys are gonna lay it
Oh,
down,
Corey.
That must be
Let's go about the
that must
alleyway.
be the new. Golly.
when's the last time you threw on an old 8-track and just laid it down?
oh, that's something else.
Got him.
I know, right? Oh man.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you got the.
Yes. You want to check that out?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh wait.
I didn't know y'all had that at our fingertips.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Wait,
too
it
good.
doesn't go away.
You have to hit the button.
Oh, you have to hit it again.
It's
Okay.
tough. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That makes me feel like I was just about to tell you my dream that I had. Like,
Yes.
it was 1997.
Cue sound.
Cue the heart.
And then there's, since we're going through all of these,
There's actually some good ones.
it's scary. There's
What do we got there? Sad trombone?
And you have
Oh, I like that one.
you have
Rejected.
laughter. You have laughter in case somebody wasn't funny, and you can make them see.
Oh.
Like just now.
Hype them up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like man, I
canned
feel better
laughter,
now.
and then
This has been Ann's house. All right, I'm gonna go get this thing. We're gonna sign out.
Yeah, it's time
I like
for
playing
us to
Chris
sign
House.
out.
Yo,
I had fun.
Is your husband Batman, bro?
Remember
Batman would not leave his
mentioned
gloves.
That we do medieval. Okay, so we do medieval recreation, and that's something I've done for like 30 years. And
Anne's on that freaky shit.
yep, I mean that freaky shit. Make my own clothes and all that. Anyways,
I love you.
1 year
She a
for
freak.
our anniversary, he needed a set of gloves so he could fight because he wears, helm, armor,
Gauntlets, everything.
gauntlets and everything. And
Fight.
Yeah, fight. Big sticks, lots
Yeah.
of
LARPing?
armor.
It's a Renaissance.
You ever been to
Renaissance?
Scarborough Fair?
Oh yeah, I used to have like
I have not.
Is
used
it
to have a
like?
season
Is it
pass to that
kind of
thing.
like what's that movie? Role Models.
Oh yeah.
More like Knight's Tale.
You know what I'm talking about?
Knight's Tale. That's a great one.
Oh god, that's an amazing one.
What
With
is
Heath Ledger in it. You know that
what
one?
is? We got to shut this thing down because it's
I know.
we could go all night. But I'm still. So he goes and like spars with like these
He
wooden.
used to. He doesn't anymore. He has a.
I want to see him just
16 gauge.
whoop somebody's
Yeah,
ass, dude.
I bet he
People get way
could,
too
dude.
serious.
See
Yeah.
Chris just get all like.
We're setting out full power.
That's what I'm saying. I wanna see him go at, like,
16 gauge
just-
steel helm.
Seems expensive.
It is. He has.
A knight's
He
armor.
has a full set. Well, his armor is actually made out of high grade density plastic because if it's
And it sounds like he's
lot
going to
of-
die.
A lot of dangerous
we're
words in a
lucky
row.
didn't.
High grade, high density plastic. It's made of a
lighter.
cotton?
It's lighter. It doesn't get as hot as steel
breathes.
does.
I only wear Kevlar, so
Yeah.
that's
See,
not
there you
gonna
go.
work for me.
Anyways,
Chris has got the cotton of armor over here.
this is.
He's got
these
the
are gloves
Hanes
that I
Fruit of
bought
the
him
Loom
for our anniversary that year.
Those are fancy.
And yeah, they're really nice for him to wear over because he has a gauntlet that goes over this part of his to keep his hand from getting whacked.
Has he ever killed anyone?
Not in the SCA.
She's not allowed to say that.
Can't
Not
say
in the
that on the
SCA, he
live.
has.
Not on the live.
Oh man,
You remember my
don't want to
husband's a
encourage. She can
combat vet, right?
incriminate her own husband.
Nah, my husband's a combat
Oh
vet.
my gosh, are those? Get out.
The feds are here.
Let's just reenact the whole scene right here. I don't know how they found us, but they found us, Corey.
The feds.
But yeah, so these were an anniversary gift, and he bought me that same year a chainmail chatelain's belt, which is
Sounds provocative.
Yeah, is that a
Kind of provocative there.
chatteling?
Calm
Reminds me of
down.
like
a
chastity.
chatelain.
Yeah.
Was,
We're trying to
was,
close this thing out, not amp it up.
Somebody throw the coffee pot on.
A chatelain was the woman who ran the house, ran the big households, and the belt that I had is made out of chainmail, and it's probably about that wide, and hooked here and hung down to almost my ankle.
Sounds like it was a gift for himself. And
Yeah, it really does.
Did very well.
And hung
yeah.
down to my toe hair.
take notes from Chris, gentlemen.
Oh yes.
Anyways, these are his favorite gloves. So
Can I have them?
no, you probably couldn't wear them.
Chris, how dare you leave your favorite gloves
My
behind?
husband has big hands.
What are you trying to say?
I've got
Trying to
these
say my
tiny little
hands are
hands.
small, dog? Come on, dog.
Tiny little hands that are
No, I'm just saying it's
horrible for
I had like
fighting,
a
but
little-
ironically great for fisting.
I had some OJ action.
Oh, that's horrible.
Look at this.
Oh, man. Well, we've reached our
must have quit.
inappropriate quota
I mean, come on, look at
right at the end of the podcast. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and throw on. Let's get the outro going here.
That was great. I like how that's the last thing. What's the last thing they're gonna do?
Thank you very much, guys.
Oh yes, thank you.
Jeff, at least you had fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Music scene revolving around country rock and blues. The singer-songwriters of the Texoma area reach into the outlying geographic enclaves here and there around the country. It's a scene of music that is defined more by geography than it is a sound and encompasses all the facets of the music scene on either side of the border. Denison, Texas is the hub of this music region, and it's music-friendly in so many ways. Long-standing tradition and musical families spanning generations are the hallmark of this area. Denison is also one of the first 20 cities in the state of Texas to be designated a music-friendly city by the state. My name is Ann House, and I'm a singer here in the Texoma area. We're live casting from beautiful downtown Denison at the Podcast on Main studio. This is Open Mic with Ann House.